Unboxing and review of the Pickapick UC23 concert ukulele. Today I'm taking a look at a firm or a make I've never heard of before, Pickapick. However, you can find their ukuleles on Amazon, and they have a collection of really colourful ukuleles, which is great for people who like that sort of thing. As usual, I'll put the link to their page down below in the description. Before we go any further, I need to mention I've got no connection with the company. I don't get any kickback from the sales. So I'll be completely honest in this review and tell you what I think. I've chosen the aqua blue option with the natural wood back. And I've chosen the one with the natural wood back because you can't hide anything then. I can actually see the wood. Looking at their Amazon listing, you can see they also produce ukuleles that are solid colours, but these are the soprano ones as far as I can make out. For those of you who are new to ukuleles, they predominantly come in three sizes: soprano, concert and tenor. But all three ukuleles are tuned the same, but they have slightly different tones according to their size. There are other sizes and other tunings, but these are less common. The one we'll be looking at today is the mid-size, which is 23 inches, and that's a concert ukulele. Right, let's get on with the unboxing. This arrived within 24 hours of me ordering it, and I didn't pay extra. And I'm not a member of Amazon Prime, so I can't be more pleased with that. And it's come in a huge box considering the size of a ukulele. So let's take a look what's in there. I'll speed up parts of the unboxing in order to make the video a little shorter and less boring. As you can see, inside the Amazon box is a whole load of padding and then the regular factory ukulele box. I'll run the video at normal speed now so you can see what I'm taking out. Inside the box we've got what I assume is a bag of goodies, the strap and the ukulele case, which I assume contains the ukulele. You can see that with the case and the strap, they're continuing with the theme of bright colours. And the case seems to be a really nice one too. I'll come back to the case later in the review, but first let's finish unpacking the ukulele itself. You can see inside the case the ukulele is packed in a soft polystyrene bag to protect the finish. I'll speed up the bag removal. And here's our first proper look at the ukulele. The colour is amazing and I love the styling. The design looks ultra modern, but at the same time ultra retro. It's got an almost like a 50s American diner look about it. The contents of the box were the ukulele case, a strap and a bag of goodies. I'll just remove the labels, which don't seem to contain anything important, but I'll put them in the pocket on the front of the case anyway, in case I need them later. Before we take a more detailed look at the ukulele, let's take a look at the accessories. We'll start with the goodie bag and take a look what's in there. I'm obviously speeding this part up again. In the goodie bag, we've got a book of beginners ukulele lessons, a greetings card, a felt pick, a user manual, and a scratch plate with some stickers to put on it. There's something useful for everyone in this selection, and I like the idea of the gift card. So if you're giving the ukulele as a gift, you can include this, which is customizable to whatever the occasion is. The user manual gives you everything you need to get started with the uke, including how to install the pickguard, how to tune the ukulele, or how to change the strings. The pickguard comes with a self-adhesive back, so you can choose whether you want to install it or not. And if you do install it, you might want to stick on some of their custom stickers. This is obviously aimed at kids, and it's a real bonus if you are buying this for a kid. And if they just stick the stickers on the pickguard, they can be easily removed without damaging the instrument. So basically, you can express something of your personality by either sticking the pickguard on or not, and decorating it or not, depending on if you're more practical or artistic. But if you do choose to put the pickguard on, it's certainly big enough and thick enough to protect the top from getting scratched when you're playing the ukulele with a pick. I'll take a look at the lessons book later, but first I'll just open and take a quick look at the strap. The strap is made of canvas with faux leather on either end, and on one side it's got the Pickapick logo. It feels very strong, and probably way stronger than you need for your ukulele, and it's adjustable. Like most ukulele straps, it's a little fidgety to put on, but in my mind, the harder it is to get on, the harder it will be to pull it off. I have adjusted it right the way out, and I can tell you it would fit anyone from a child to someone over 6'2". Right, let's conclude the accessories with a look at the case, and then we'll move on to the ukulele itself. The case is obviously made for the ukulele, so the ukulele fits perfectly, and it's got the Pickapick logo on the case as well. It's got two straps on the back for over the shoulder use, and a hook at the top for hat stands or clothes hooks, and it's got a nicely padded handle on the top. The case is made of a canvasy material, and it must have about ½ an inch of padding, so it should keep your ukulele fairly safe because it'll absorb most knocks and bumps. There's a pocket in the front of the case which is surprisingly deep because it goes right to the edge of the case, and it's certainly big enough to keep all your accessories in. And apart from anything else, it's a good size for sticking your mobile phone into. So all in all, the case is a really nice one, and it's built strongly and the zips are good, so it should last as long as you don't do anything too mad with it. Right, let's get on to what I'm sure you've been waiting for, the ukulele itself. And I'll work my way down from the headstock, so hopefully I won't miss anything. The headstock, the neck, the back and the ribs are all mahogany. However, the headstock has got a lighter veneer. I'm not sure what wood it is. It looks like it might be maple. And then the logo has been laser cut into the veneer. The machine heads are very solidly built, and they're all metal. And I can't find any soft spots whilst turning them, and the tension seems about right. The machine heads are also branded with the Pickapick logo, which is a nice touch. The fretboard is a really nice maple, and it's got fret markers on the 5th, 7th, 10th and 12th fret, and the fret markers go round the side of the fingerboard so you can see them from the top of the ukulele. The frets seem very level and there's no sharp edges at the side at all. However, they would benefit from a polishing. I'm really impressed with the alignment. The strings are aligned perfectly down the centre of the fretboard and the neck is very straight. I noticed from the spec that the nut and the saddle are both made of bone, which is more dense than plastic, so it transfers the sound from the strings to the body more efficiently. From the headstock to the heel, you can see all the joints quite clearly, and you can see they are very clean and very solid. All the wood, except for the top, is finished in a clear matte lacquer. And I chose this purposely because I wanted to be able to see the wood clearly for the sake of this review. And the wood is really nice and it's put together really well. The cutouts for the sound holes have been done really neatly. If you look at the one in the top where there's the little slats, every one is finished properly and there's no untidy bits of wood sticking out. And the sound hole in the rib or the side of the ukulele has been cut out and finished really neatly as well. And they've even touched up the edges with black paint. Another really nice touch in the construction of this instrument is the binding all round the side towards the top of the instrument and the back. And this isn't very common on ukuleles, especially ones that are towards the budget end. So this is a really nice thing to see. And it also makes a nice clean separation between the mahogany sides and the coloured Alaskan spruce top. Just as a point of interest, if you look into the sound hole in the side and look backwards towards the heel and the neck, they've written "Life is good" using a laser cutter on the inside. I don't know if this is standard or if it's different on every ukulele, but it's something I wasn't expecting to see. So far, I've not said much about the sound hole configuration, which is a real design statement and channels the sound back to the player, so you can really hear clearly what you're doing. And this can be a real advantage in a noisy environment. As usual with acoustic instruments, I've not made a big thing about the sound test. And that's because, honestly, if I was to say this is what it sounds like, I'd be lying to you. Every YouTuber who does sound tests cannot promise you're hearing what they hear. The sound you eventually hear depends on what microphone is used, the positioning of the microphone relative to the ukulele, what sound card is used, how it's recorded, the compression used to upload the video, the compression that's used by YouTube, your sound card and your speakers. So there's no way of guaranteeing you're going to hear what the ukulele actually sounds like. But I can tell you how I think it sounds, and to me it sounds really good. It tunes up properly, and it intonates well, and the body's got a really good resonance. And I can demonstrate the body resonance this way. Here's the ukulele I use for recording, and it's got a pickup built into it, but that won't affect the resonance very much. Here's the sound of the body resonance when I just tap it. Now, here's the sound of the body resonance of the Pickapick ukulele. Hopefully you can hear that the body of the Pickapick resonates more than my own ukulele. and this means that the body will resonate better with the strings and project the tone more clearly. Another thing I've noticed about this ukulele is that as you change playing positions from the bridge through to the neck, the change in tone is really marked, and this is the sign of a good instrument. Of course, this relationship between the playing position and tone exists on all stringed instruments. However, generally, the more defined the difference, the better the instrument. As I promised earlier, I'll take a very quick look at the lessons book now. And I'll do a fairly detailed look at lesson 1. And the reason for this is I get a surprising amount of people who've already bought the instrument and then look at reviews. So if you've just got one of these for Christmas, this might help you get started. Otherwise, it'll just give you a further chance to listen to the ukulele itself. The first couple of pages of the lessons book just give you a table of contents, the name of the parts on the ukulele, how to hold the ukulele, and also it advises you that you need to tune the ukulele before you start. If you've got a ukulele that needs tuning, at the end of this video, I'll play each of the strings 10 times so you can try and tune your ukulele to that sound. Let's take a look at lesson 1, I Can Play a Song. And the first thing it shows you there is how to understand tab or tablature. And the most complicated thing about this is it appears to be upside down. If you look at the ukulele's neck picture on this page, you'll notice it's as if it's lying on your knee or on a table, which means if you were holding it as you hold it to play it, the string they're showing to be the bottom string there is actually the top string as you're looking down on the ukulele. This is correct and normal, and it's the same for guitar and bass guitar and other instruments that use tablature. You just have to get used to looking at it as if it's upside down. If we now flick the page, you'll see an example there with 2 zeros and 2 2s. And the 0 or O is for the open string, or a string being played with no fingers on it. And the 2 is the second fret being played. And here's what that looks like and sounds like on the ukulele. And again. Looking across the page, you'll see what they've done there is given you the first 4 notes of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So, the first line of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is the second string being played open twice, the second fret on the first string being played twice, the 4th fret on the first string being played twice, and then the second fret on the first string being played once. Then we play the first string open twice, the 4th fret on the second string twice, the second fret on the second string twice, and then the open string. Here's that being played as it should be played. And here's the whole tune being played. Hopefully that's given you an idea how the ukulele sounds and how easy the lessons are to follow. In conclusion then, the quality of the tuners is very good and the quality of the woodwork is very good. There's nothing untidy or unfinished about it. And it tunes up really well, holds the tune, and it intonates up the neck really well. The finishing touches, like the binding and the edge of the fretboard and the veneer on the headstock, are all really well done and really tidily finished. For an instrument that's aimed at beginners, the sound is really good as well, and it's certainly good enough to learn on. I could imagine some intermediate or advanced players wanting to own one of these for a bit of fun. I'm not going to comment on the design, apart from to say that the colours are really vivid and the design is really unique. However, whether you like it or not is up to you. I could imagine this design being quite polarising, so some people will really love it and others will really hate it. But it'd be really interesting to know what you think down below in the comments. The accessories, with the exception of the case and the strap, are really targeted at a younger audience. But if you're looking for an instrument for a youngster to learn on, because they're so small and light, you can't go far wrong with the ukulele. Is it perfect? Not quite. There's a couple of tiny blemishes in the finish, and the frets could do with a polish. But these are only little things that don't affect the instrument, and they certainly don't affect its playability or sound. So if I was asked by a friend or student if I'd recommend these, I would definitely recommend it. And that's about all I can say without waffling on. But if you want to find out more, or if you want to buy one of these, I'll put the links down below in the description. I do hope this video has been useful to someone, and if it has, I'd be really grateful if you hit the like button. If you enjoyed this review, or if you're looking for guitar lessons, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, and then you'll be notified when I upload new lessons. Or if you're looking for free guitar lessons now, go to www.ebooks4guitar.com, and there you'll find loads of free lessons and the free PDF ebooks that accompany the fingerstyle guitar course that I'm uploading to YouTube at this very moment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll finish up with the reference notes so you can tune your ukulele if you need to.